first time ever.
Warning acts of terror.
We are ready to engage with a two-state solution.
Some of his most senior cabinet members.
Advise us what our new economic age.
In 2024, India's economy stands out on the global stage with a 6.5% GDP growth rate. Now, to put this into perspective, the United States has grown at 2.8%, while Pakistan stands at 3.2%. This is not just about numbers. It's about India's positioning in a world of shifting economic and geopolitical realities. Let's break this down. First, the scale of India's growth. At a time when advanced economies are struggling with sluggish expansion, high inflation, and post-pandemic structural shocks, India is showing resilience. According to IMF data, India continues to be the fastest growing major economy in the world. This momentum is largely fueled by domestic consumption, a rapidly digitizing economy, infrastructural investment, and steady policy reforms. Second, let's compare. The United States at 2.8% growth reflects a mature economy stabilizing after inflationary pressures and interest rate hikes. The United States continues to anchor global financial markets, but its growth trajectory is naturally lower compared to an emerging powerhouse like India. Meanwhile, Pakistan at 3.2% is still battling structural challenges, foreign exchange crisis, political instability, and IMF dependencies. Now, that makes India consistent 6% plus growth not just impressive but also strategically significant in South Asia. Third, the global context is India's rise is not happening in isolation. Global supply chains are being realigned. Multinationals are increasingly adopting a China plus one strategy, and India has become one of the prime beneficiaries. Manufacturing initiatives like Make in India, along with digital public infrastructure such as UPI and Aadhaar stack, give India a unique edge in both scale and innovation. Fourth, the geopolitical layer, and that's understand this very well. Economic growth translates into strategic influence. A stronger GDP growth rate enhances India's weight in BRICS, the G20 and negotiations with the global south. It gives India leverage in trade talks, defense modernization, and energy security discussions. Importantly, India's growth is not just urban, it's being driven by Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, where digital penetration and entrepreneurship are rapidly expanding. Fifth, the pressures. Now, sustaining 6.5% is not without its challenges. India is facing tariff pressures from the United States and increased scrutiny on its trade policies. Washington has already shown signs of protectionist measures, while other economies are recalibrating their positions on imports from India. Now, these pressures are real and it could impact exports in key sectors. But India is not responding with defensive rhetoric. It's focusing instead on strengthening domestic industries, expanding ties with Asia, Africa, and Europe, and investing in resilience. And that's where the opportunity lies. If India can convert external tariff pressures into an impetus for innovation, stronger self-reliance, and broader global alliances, then this growth story won't just sustain, it will accelerate. What others see as a challenge, India has the ability to transform into a competitive advantage. So this 6.5% growth in 2024 is not just an economic figure, guys. It's a signal that India is positioning itself as the world's third largest economy by the end of the decade, with the opportunity to shape global influence, set new benchmarks, and open opportunities, not just for itself, but for the entire world. That's all from my side in this video. I'll see you in the next video. Jai Hind and Jai Bharat.